Hey lovely people, welcome back to the lovely place. I'm Sean and today I'm up here at the land and we are working on the pole barn, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to seal it up to prevent bugs, wasps, and all kinds of little rodents and different things from coming in, and we're hoping that some of these little products will work. This is Hip and Ridge Vent. It's a venting material, basically like a filter, that on top of that roof in the very top there's that ridge cap cover, and the goal is to place this stuff underneath that ridge cap. So they should have done that. I didn't know any better, so I didn't make them do. I didn't tell them, I didn't buy it, they didn't offer it, I didn't know anything about it. So we're gonna finish this building and kind of make it a tiny house up in the front. We're also planning to put our solar inverters and batteries in this building, so we want it temperature controlled, we want it heated and cooled. So if you notice, they did put bubble wrap all the way around the building. What they did not do was cut that bubble wrap and make an opening. I did back there. I'll show you that a little closer up later. And what I'm noticing is where they put the metal roof up when they put this thing together, they only left about 1 inch to 1.5 inch gap for the air to escape, for the ventilation. Previously in another video, I'll show you something I did. I actually added vents, if you can see them okay, underneath the soffit. I cut holes out there and I screwed those up all the way around the building so that air can enter in up into the soffit and then to go out the ridge vent, because we will be putting a ceiling and insulating the ceiling. And we've got a challenge with that because we want to go pretty much all the way up to the 2x6. And getting enough R value up there at the 2x6 is going to be challenging. And I see some wasps up there. I've already sprayed some bug bombs, set those off a little earlier today and tried to kill them, but just having the doors open, the wasps are already coming in. It's April 1st today, so the bugs are coming. And we're going to try to keep them from coming in there. So I found 2 products. You already heard about the ridge vent. That's going to go under the ridge cap. But this is called Tough Rib Outside Closures. This is designed to go over these ridges. So you can see how that would mash and go over the ridges. And we're going to use that at the top where the soffit comes out, on both the inside near the wall and the outside near the edge of the soffit. You'll see when we get up there where we're going to put it. That's where we're noticing the waspers really going in and making a home inside the pole barn. So hopefully between these 2 items, we will be able to make a difference in keeping those things out of there. All right, so I opened one of these Hip and Ridge vents here. This was all together like this, but they break apart into 2 sections. So you put 1 section on each side of this comes, by the way, in 10 foot lengths, and you put one of these sections on each side of that ridge cap up there. And so we're going to go up top right now, see if we can pull that thing off in sections and put these down. It's got an adhesive little backing on it, and it's pretty sticky, so hopefully it'll hold in place while we're putting it back together. Okay, if you guys have been around the channel at all, you may have seen me when I put up the chimney pipe, and I told you one of the worst things that I look forward to is heights. We won't call it a fear, we just say we can't stand heights, that's all we'll say. So I'm going to try to climb up here and see about where this thing's attached at up top, and begin taking it off in sections. Hopefully it'll all work out just fine. It's not very steep, but it's steeper than I want it to be. Okay. Once I get up here and I sit over the top of this, hopefully it'll be okay. All right, as long as these don't blow away. So apparently these ridge caps are also in 10-foot sections. This is not going to want to stay up here, but We will hope that it will. And it looks like they're overlapping from this end over here. So we're gonna come over to this end. Actually, no. This one's overlapping that one. And it looks like maybe this is the last one they put on, because it looks like it's overlapping on this one too. So I'm assuming I'll just take them all off. Let's just take a look down here. Let's get one of these off and get another one off here. Now, if you notice, the washer, it's got rubber on the bottom of it, and it's probably has gotten so hot up here that it's kind of melted onto the metal, so that's not coming off with the screw. And so we're just going to work our way backwards here and get these off. Now, when I cut the bubble wrap underneath this area, I was telling you earlier that it wasn't connected, and so I noticed a ton of leaves have gotten up under here. So let's see here. So that's, I guess I should have started at the very end. So now I'm going to work my way back on that end, and we'll go from there. I hate to take all these off, but all at one time, but because of the way they're overlapped and those are 10-foot sections, maybe I just need to go ahead and remove them all. Why not? If a wind kicks up though, it's gonna want to blow this off. And the wind, it is windy. If you guys can hear it out here, it's pretty windy. All right, let's keep going then. I don't think this is the majority of our issue for the waspers, spiders, and all the other little rodents and stuff coming in, but it certainly will be beneficial to get it sealed up here or vented. Basically, I just see it as a filter. So this washer came off. I've had a couple come off, so I need to be sure and match up the washers with the actual ones that don't come off, or the ones that come off. I need to make sure I put them back in their own place again. There goes some stuff sliding down. Oh, that's great. All right, let me turn around here. I'm afraid I'm bending this ridge cap. I was sitting on it like that. So we'll try to do a little squatting instead. All right, here's the end, if you can see it. Now, if it starts raining, I'll be in trouble. Okay, so we have this section. Look out below. There went my driver. Oh boy, I hate that. Look at all the leaves in here. When I cut that out down below, it will, all those leaves will fall down. But I've got to put that ridge, that filter on it all across through here on both sides. There's your little critter right there. You can see a spider. He's wanting in. Okay, I went down and retrieved my gun. Let's keep going. Don't fall. it starts sprinkling, I'm out of here. I don't care. Because this roof's already slippery enough. All right. These guys who do roofing or build these things, and they're not supported by machinery or stuff like that, I don't know how they do it. Okay, we have these two caps completely unfastened. The only one that's still fastened is that third one on that end. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to work from here and go back the other way. I'm going to have to try to see what's holding this thing. Why is it feels connected, but it's not. What I don't want to do is I don't want it to fall off. What's holding it? Feels like I got another. Oh, I do have a screw in right over here. Oh, that would explain it. It'll wear you out up here. Just being up here, it's like it's 20 times the intensity on your muscles. Okay, so what I didn't bring was a broom or any type of cleaner to clean all this off. I don't see this sticking to it with all this dirt up here. Oh, I almost lost the driver again. Oh my goodness. All right, my wife, Mrs. Lovely, said call somebody and hire them to do this. She had a good point. Okay, now where does it go? If I shove this up into here, press this down, it does seem like it's going to be pretty good at keeping it, you know, all together and keeping it from allowing bugs and stuff to crawl in pretty well. To me, it looks like it would be better if it were a little bit thicker, but when this is pressed down, it's probably just about right. So we will start on this end right here and work our way that way. Sure wish I had a towel or something to wipe this off, because again, it's not going to stick well. I hate to even have to come down to get the towel, so maybe you can throw it. I don't know. You did used to play in the major leagues. Maybe you can. I'll tell you what, I'm good. I'm just going to use the top of this and dust this down like that right there. And that way maybe I can get it to stick long enough that I can get this ridge cap back on here. Since the overlap was on top of this one, I'm going to give myself a little extra this direction, and hopefully it won't stick to this where I can't peel it off, but I think we'll be fine. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this back, and I'm going to give it about that much. And then we're going to start right here. We're going to start working our way that direction. So I'm going to be careful to drop it down in all the valleys over the ridges. And then when we put that back on there, this should press down and it should be pretty good. So might as well do both of them at the same time. It'd be a shame to do this twice. So let's grab this one, do the same thing. This sure is a lot thicker than that other one. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to scoot up, continue going. See if we can keep this over on this side. I believe it'll stay there until we get back. I'm squishing this one with my knee pretty good. Let's try not to do that. I may have to get Mrs. Lovely to throw this like a frisbee back up to me, but that's not going to work because it'll land halfway down. So we're just going to hope that this will hold. Okay. Keep sliding this on down. Yeah, if you have a pole barn built, make sure, and you plan on in any way finishing it out on the inside, have them put this up when they're building it. Save yourself risk of life and limb. In my opinion, I wish this was cut a little further apart. I wish it was not so close together. It needs to be about 2 inches from what I understand, but that's just gonna have to do. You see where they bent it up to prevent water from going in. So at least that got done. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Okay, let's do a little bit more cleaning. Boy, that's some sticky stuff. I can't even get that off. I don't see any reason not to bring the foam all the way up to where it bends. I mean, nothing's happening there. It's sure to make that ridge cap go on good. Tell you what, getting tired of dealing with all this plastic, so let's get some of this gone. There we go. All right, moving on. Remember, this only has to stick long enough for that ridge cap to get on top of it, and the pressure of that cap being screwed down here, that's going to hold this on. Just hope this will do the trick, that it is thick enough. I wish it was a little thicker. Okay, so at this point, this is gonna be challenging because I've got to kind of stand up a little bit. So I'm gonna need to pull this ridge cap over top of this, slide it. It's bent down on that end, so I'm assuming I'm not gonna be able to slide that one like I'd like to. Let's move this one on down. slide it on past where it would go normally and see if we can get this. So we just wanted to get that behind us. All right, we're gonna clean this off. It's an awful cloudy day and it's not supposed to rain, but you know how that goes. That's what I'm concerned about. Just a little rain, we don't want it. That'll turn this into an ice skating rink up here. Okay, that's one down. 2 more sections to go. There's some little blue nails coming down. They hold that together with these blue nails. I'm not sure why, but they do. Okay, so we have these 2 sections. We're gonna take this, toss it all the way toward the end. Nope, that's not gonna fly. We will pick it up right here and continue going. So let's start cleaning. You can see right up here where I went inside and climbed up there and cut some of that bubble wrap. That bubble wrap for venting, that's going to prevent venting. So if you're having bubble wrap installed, it's probably a good idea to have them cut that when they do it as well. Okay, let's start right here. I don't think this is foolproof, but it certainly won't hurt. It can only help. I don't know if you have thought about it, but you know, where I'm sitting is on top of these things. Not very comfortable. So far, so good. Let's see if our luck continues. Let's call it not luck, let's call it our protection. Let's hope our protection continues. Okay. Mrs. Lovely's throwing plenty of prayers our way to make sure we don't fall off of here. What a view I have from up here. Not bad. Okay, let's keep going. Like I said, I'll get all these leaves out from the inside when I cut all of the bubble wrap back. like we're gonna have enough to get to the end, so that's a good thing. I noticed on the instructions of this vent stuff that it said the last 2 feet of your ridge, I think they wanted you to join it. I'm not sure why. I guess water can blow in from the edges and they wanted to prevent that. I may be wrong, so you might want to read the instructions or get some advice before you build your pole barn and don't join the roof up properly like this one. That wind is coming. The wind gets so heavy up here sometimes that I would not get on this roof because it'll blow you off. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Oh. Sure wish the other side was done. Makes me wonder if I'm gonna have to need to cut that there. Maybe right here. We will wait until we start to put the cap on, see if that's gonna go on okay. If not, I can certainly cut it shorter, but for now I'm going to cut it right here at the end. I'm not going to try not to scratch this metal. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get turned around. Oh, my legs. I've been sitting like a bullfrog this whole time. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, we're on 4-foot trusses, by the way. So, I don't like being up here. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna see if I can possibly, I'm gonna stick this down here to give myself a place to hold my tool. That's a good idea. Now I'm gonna try to slide this between my legs and back over the back of that eave up there. We're almost there. Oh, we're so close. So close. All right, I'm on it. My holes are lining up right here. Now this one, as you know, it comes all the way to here, but we're gonna have to bring it further because we got to take that one off way up there. Moved it. There we go. So it's time now to go that way. Okay, and I'm out of my vent because I dropped one way down there. So I don't want to go that way to get it because if I slide off, I don't have a scaffolding. I have a scaffolding on this side, so I'm going to go down on this side and attempt to get over there with a ladder and get that. I just put one screw in just to hold it for now. No fun. Oh. Woo. All right, we got it. Let's go back up. try it. It sure is easier going up than it is going down, I tell you. I don't know why it feels so much different, but it feels a million times different. Okay, so now this puppy, we want to peel these back. Oh, well, before I peel them back, I have to go take all those screws off. So let's hope this thing don't fall. Maybe I'll take it with me. I think that's the best thing to do. All right. Here we go. We're going to set this here. Okay. Got some bugs crawling out, some beetles. I'll tell you, it'd be nice if this would keep the little rascals out of there. Okay, continue. 4 more. All right, last 2. Then we get to put them all back in after we put this down. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna find where I put this down, and I'm gonna use that to hold my drill. Now, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna try to get this ridge cap to come back over the other ones. I gotta back up a little bit. There we go. There we go. We want to go on down. Is it here? All right. You can see all the way to the end there. Let's slide this one up between my legs, all the way back to the back. Try not to bend it and scratch it any worse than it already is. These scratches, as you know, are there because the other one was capped over the top of it, overlapping it. Now I put a screw, 1 screw in that other section just to hold it, and that way it wouldn't fall off while I was moving this one around. Okay, let's get this unwrapped. Okay, it's got these blue nails. I'm gonna try to throw those in my pocket so I don't throw them down there in the grass. Okay. Let's clean this off a little bit. I knew when I was cleaning these gutters out that I was blowing leaves around And I figured I blew some up under here, but it's not just me, it's the wind too. Those leaves will land on this roof and that wind will blow and it'll go right up under that ridge cap. That's not good at all. That's another great thing about this. It'll prevent those leaves from getting up inside of there and blocking the air from circulating. Okay, let's get moving. Got some cramps happening here. Do this when you're 20 years old, not when you're more than double that by a long shot. I'm gonna be cramping tonight. Gonna be real close on having enough on one of these. That wind is blowing all that debris right up into my eyes. I hope I'm doing this right. These two look like they're cut for a reason. Maybe they're supposed to be split and put in a different spot. I don't know. But it didn't happen that way for us, did it? Oh, we're close. Look at that. Let's finish this one first. Okay, this one has just enough to get to there. I have a feeling that I can cut them prior to that spot anyway, but until we get the ridge cap on here, I just don't know. I think I'm gonna cut them here. I think that's the spot that it should be cut. I don't think that'll hurt a thing. If nothing else, I'll take it down to 1. That's what I'll do. These are not cut all the way in half, which tells me they're not supposed to come apart. Maybe they do that in case you don't have the thickness area. I'm not sure. Goodness, that stuff is tight. So what I'm doing is I'm going there with 1 just so that it's not as bulky, but yet I still have some coverage. That's just me thinking, not knowing that that's the right thing to do, but don't see how that could hurt. Hello. Okay, let's get these ridge caps in place. Okay, we're gonna pull this one down through here. All right. Now, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and just get a screw in. Way up here, I can still, well, this one's getting overlapped, so I can put all these screws in. I just gotta line these holes up. This is gonna be a slow go, but we're gonna get her done. I'm trying to find the ones that don't have the washers on them, because a lot of these, the washers stayed, a lot of these washers stayed in place. So I don't want to use that. Now let's line these holes up. Let's find that hole. Yeah. Wanted to pull up. I don't know if it, oh, I lost my washer, so I'm gonna get one with a washer on it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm feeling up under here, and I feel that foam, and it feels like it's squished real good. Wave at us, Mrs. Lovely. No, you wave. There you go. Okay, standing up. All right, this is where I gotta start and work my way all the way to the end. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, take these out because that next one, it overlaps here. It overlaps right here, all the way back to here. So we don't want to screw those down yet. Let's pull this one. Oh, and before I pull it, I've got to go remove a screw. So what we're going to do is go to the other end and work our way back. Oh, I knew it. There went my drill. Oh boy. All right, let's remove this guy. That's the one we put in there to keep it from falling off earlier. All right, now what we need to do, I need my piece of foam to hold my drill because it likes sliding down this roof about as much as I do. Okay, stick it right there. I'm afraid that's gonna come unstuck. So what I need to do is get this over that one. And then I gotta get it under this correctly. Let's see. This middle one goes over the top of both of them. So we'll start right here. And we'll get us a couple screws in right here. Where'd it go? I had it lined up. There it is. Okay, we'll go that way and then we'll come back. Oh, a little glimpse of sun coming out. I noticed that don't have a washer. That doesn't have a washer either. Let's back these out. Okay. We got to get a couple screws with washers. That would have been a mistake. Alright, those two need washers, so we'll grab a couple of screws with washers. Okay, well, we gotta go around all the way to the middle now and get it screwed on, and we'll have this whipped. I think it whipped me. There goes the screw. Okay. This one missed wood, so that's kind of strange. We'll put another one right here, see if we can get some wood. Get one with a washer though. We got wood that time, so we're not going to worry about that one. Again, we're not hitting wood, but it's getting into the metal. I don't think it'll go anywhere. This one needs a washer. Down to our last one. Yeehaw. Let's get it done. Okay. Ridge caps back on. Now, let's crawl down safely, shall we? Middle of it. Ooh. Well, that dust is slippery. I found it better if you dig your heels in as you're going down. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Yeah, we got it. Come on, girl. I'm stretching my legs out. Bambi's helping me. Yes, she is. She just wants to be petted. You like that, don't you? Good girl. What do you want? What you want? Oh, that was painful on those hips, guys. Do it before you need a hip replacement, because you're gonna need one afterwards. Woo! Okay. That was workout for my hips and my legs. I was sitting up there like a frog, and I'm just not used to being in that position, and it hurts. But we got it done, and we got foam. We got that vent foam, or whatever you want to call it, all the way on both sides. And I've got some of that plastic still sticking up there, making a lot of noise in the wind. Hopefully it'll blow down before too long. We're getting a big old storm tomorrow, so I'm sure it'll be gone. You know, my plan today was to also get those other foam inserts and put them up inside and around the eaves, and that's gonna happen, but that's not gonna happen today. I can barely walk. I'm literally limping now. It just goes to show you that maybe this kind of stuff needs to be started when you're a little younger than me, but you know what? Better late than never, right? And we got it done, and that's what matters. So I wanted to thank you for joining us here today at the lovely place. If you've not been around, here's the purpose of what we're doing. We bought 60 acres, and we are intending to make this a homestead. This is a future wannabe homestead, and about 20 of those acres is our fields, and we're gonna make gardens, we're gonna have livestock, we're gonna have animals out there, and then we've got 40 beautiful acres of woods, forest, and there's deer, there's turkey. In fact, this morning I caught some pretty good sized turkey right here in front of the barn. I'll show you that clip right now. little did those guys know that we just had a big old juicy turkey for Easter dinner, and they're lucky that I wasn't up here. But it was one of those you buy in the store, though, not one of those. But one of these days we'll get one of those probably, and that'll be a nice bird. But thanks for joining us here at the lovely place. We've got a lot going on. We've done a whole lot. We've been posting videos about once a week, every week, for a couple of years now. And so we really appreciate all of our subscribers. Thank you for the viewers and all the comments. Keep those coming. We love to hear from you. If you enjoy these kind of videos, please like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe. We'd love for you to be around as we continue to make the lovely place our future homestead, and we can go on this journey together. We're very excited. It's going to be self-sufficient as much as we can be, and it's going to be a lovely place.